Hey guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I'm using a few different random papers. I think they are mostly crepe papers that I use. This right here is a doily. I got them at the Everything's a Dollar store, or whatever it's called, that store that everything's a dollar. And it was just a pack of heart doilies. What I'm doing right here is cutting out the circular doilies that are within the heart doilies. Now I had purchased these several years ago because I'm going to use them definitely, right? I never did, and I just found them laying around when I was cleaning out some stuff. So I pulled them out, and I did use two of them, I believe. I cut the circles out of two of them, and then I just threw the rest of the package in the trash. Yes, I did. I'm not holding on to them. I threw them away. I am going to use this piece right here. I think it was a crepe paper. I think I showed you, but it's kind of like a beige with lighter cream colored circles on it. Also, there's a very faint line that goes through it, almost like a notebook paper. Right here I am showing you this paper that is by Chamel. I am just going to use a little bit of that to go behind my photos. How it is now, it is going to be cut down a little bit. As you can see, I put my sketch right up there at the top right of your screen. Here's where I'm cutting down those doilies. You can see on the sketch she has an element. It's a Laura Whitaker sketch. She has an element at the top left and also at the right hand side that's towards the top. So I am putting my little clusters in those same areas. The clusters in the sketch are represented with circles. I'm not going to be using those circles except for the element of the doily. This was another one of the papers that I had pulled out. I think this is from crepe paper, and on it there are all sorts of index cards, envelopes, things of that nature. So I did trim out several of them. I'm going to layer them up behind the photo right there. Like the sketch has all those elements that are layered up under that left-hand photo. I'm going to kind of try and do the same thing, or make it, you know, a little more representative of the same thing. So this video is going to be going up on the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July to all my fellow Americans, and happy Wednesday to all my non-Americans. Happy Wednesday. When I'm doing the voiceover, it is June 29th, it is a Friday, and I just went in for my checkup. I had surgery Wednesday, so Friday I went in for a checkup. Everything looks good. I'm actually going to be back to work on Monday. Can you believe it? I know. I was thinking that I would have a little bit of time off to do some scrapbooking, but that is not going to be the case. Right there you saw I pulled out my Big Shot. What I had done is I took all those envelope or index pieces that I had cut out and I ran them through an embossing folder just to get a little bit of texture back there. Back behind there. I haven't pulled out an embossing folder and I don't even know how long. In fact, I had to play with the Big Shot a little bit because I don't read the directions that are on the board. I mean, come on. Who does that? I don't read them. So when I initially first tried to get the embossing folder to go through, it was too thick and wouldn't go through, obviously. So I had to kind of figure it out. Forced me to read. Alright, you can see I cut out some extra pieces. They're down there at the bottom. I am going to put a piece of that in the cluster up at the top and also in the cluster to the right. Right here I pulled out some distress ink. I think it's walnut stain. I don't believe I show it to you. And I am going to ink the edges of these doilies as well as all the other bits with that distress ink. And then I'm going to go away and come back. So you can see where I went away and came back and laid out my bits like that. These are photos of food. When Jim and I had first got to Lisbon, this is the very first restaurant we ate at. We got there late afternoon, I'm wanting to say, and this was just a restaurant that was right across the street. And I'm gonna title this Today's Special because I do that a lot. When we travel, I will get the special. Hopefully it's something fabulous. A lot of times it's something that's different to me, so obviously I'm like, ew, but I eat it, or at least try it, right? So I do like to try the specials wherever we go, just because you get to try different things. Anyways, the title of this is going to be Today's Special. I did put a little bit of a aqua color border down there. It has some white polka dots on it. I think that's a branding strip, but I am not 100% sure. Okay, see that little scallop I put under there? That is a piece of the big part of the heart doily. I do cut off a bunch of the scallops, and I am going to ink all of them with that walnut stain and just kind of tuck them up under there. If you see the sketch, she does have a little scallop element right there. Now she also has this little banner element as well. I don't do that. I just kind of pick and choose what elements I see on here on her sketch. I love her sketches. I think I've said this before because they're so detailed. You can just like see things and get different ideas. Like I wouldn't have used the doily scallops in that way. In fact, I probably would have just thrown that in the trash. But because it called for a scallop, I am cutting up the larger portion of the heart, scallopy part, and tucking it under there. Here's where I'm going to go ahead and spell out my title. It says Today's Special. Like I said, it's going to be on 2 lines. I don't stick it down just yet. I just kind of put it about where it's going to be, which is where it says the title is going to be on the sketch. These are some Felicity Jane stickers. I like them. When I put them down, I did not have to add any extra adhesive, and they seem like they are staying on there just fine. Speaking of Felicity Jane, does any of you guys have any inside information on when they're opening? I mean, we have a relatively small scrapbooking community, right? So I know at least one of you is in the know. So when is it going to be? I was on the website today and I know it said mid-July. I don't know. One of you guys might know, and you can tell me. Okay, right here I pulled out some Tim Holtz dies. And what I'm doing with these is, if you look at the sketch again, you can see there's like that 3x4 card that's tucked back behind there, and it has the hearts cut out. There's also that viewfinder, and there's cut out bits in that. Well, I wanted something that kind of represented that cut out bit of that element in the sketch. So I used 3 words from this Tim Holtz die. I used authentic, travel, and explore, and I'm going to tuck one of those cutout words into each cluster on this paper. The authentic is actually going to go above the food because it is authentic Portuguese food. I think this was a whitefish, and it's really funny because I don't eat fish, guys. I don't like fish. I just don't. Occasionally I'll eat some salmon, but I don't like fish. This was fabulous. I don't know how they made it. It was really, really good. I really like it when we go to Europe, it's the same in Spain or Italy or even Portugal. They always serve you olives. I love olives, and I just like that tradition where they bring out the olives for you. It's really great. You know what you get here? Carbs. They bring you out a big old bucket of bread with a big old tub of butter. No, bring me my olives, man. They're good. All right, so I did go through this chipboard piece. It is from, I don't know, I got it in a citrus twist kit. I think Good Vibes. And I do use that camera, and then I pull out a couple different hearts that are also on it. I pull out a yellow one and then one that is a pink color, trying to make the label work from the sticker sheet. And I believe the sticker sheet is also from the Good Vibes. That's that pink heart I put up by Today's Special. It's not going to land there. It is going to go on the page though. Alright, so I am going to pull out this gold heart, and it's kind of weird because it's kind of iridescent looking. Well, that would be the only heart like it on the page. So I took this die cut of this cactus, and I just cut it up into little pieces and tuck it up around in all the clusters because it is also that same gold iridescent color. Of course, it has like little white splotches on it because it was part of a cactus, but you don't know that. It's tucked under stuff. What I stuck underneath that camera was also, it was a sticker of a peach, but it just brought that dark coral down there. Now the dark coral that I use, it's just down there in that bottom main cluster. I did not put any at the top, and I did not put any at the bottom right, but it makes its own triangle on the left hand side of the photos, the authentic, and then back down there under Today's Special, which is where that dark coral heart is going to land. Right here, I'm just going to go ahead and commit to the placement of my cutout words. Like I said, the one up there says travel, and the one over on the side says explore. Now when I cut that word explore, I didn't pay a lot of attention to what I was cutting it on, and it was an index card, so you can kind of see the word you can see the word message, and it's facing outwards. It's not facing in towards the page, it's facing out towards the page, but I didn't want to pull out the Big Shot again and cut it on something else, so I just ran with it. I don't know if you would notice it. I don't know. I know it's there because I did it, and I was annoyed when I did it, so that's how I know. Okay, I'm going to pull out a couple little hearts that I had die cut out of some of those envelope pieces. Since I had my Big Shot out already, I do have some small heart dies and arrow dies that I like to use on scraps. So I went ahead and ran a couple of the scraps through there since I had already had it out. I am going to utilize 2 yellow ones and a pink one. I did just now glue down that yellow chipboard up there at the top left as well. I went to Tuesday morning today because I had to go to the doctor's, and Tuesday morning it's about 40 minutes from my house, but it is near where my doctor is, and so we stopped by there and I got a couple things, and I was just curious. I used to do hauls every time I popped in there, you know, and pick some stuff up. Same with at Michael's, which it didn't happen often, maybe once a month or so. Are you guys even interested in hauls? I didn't do one. I was going to do one. I had everything set out to do, and then I was like, I don't really do that on my channel anymore. I mean, I should just do what I want, but I don't know if I really want to do hauls. That's so confusing, right? I should do what I want, but I don't know. I mean, it's really a non-starter with the hauls. I either can or can't. I don't have a strong desire to do them, and I don't have a strong desire to not do them. So let me know if you like hauls as well. And if we're talking about hauls, do you also like kit shares? Or do you not care for kit shares because everybody does kit shares, so you already see the Citrus Twist kits, or you already see the Felicity Jane kits? I don't usually watch kit shares unless it's like click kits. I'll watch one, but there's like 5 YouTubers that do a kit share with the click kits. Well, I'm not going to watch all of them. Same with hip kits. I'm not going to watch all of them. I'm just going to watch one, and then I already know. I'm going to watch the one that's my favorite person, and then I'm not going to watch the other ones who I also like but aren't my favorite, right? So I don't know if anybody's interested in kit shares or hauls, so let me know about that. Right here is where that iridescent gold heart comes in. I set it right down there, kind of in the center of that arrow, and that's an arrow I cut out of the scraps. Right here I'm showing you the Heidi Swap Color Shine in Tea, and then I'm going to pull out some little enamel dots. They're kind of enamel dots. They are from Felicity Jane. They're really small. They're really tiny. They look almost milky, or almost like there's some kind of transparency to them, but they're not. I don't know, they just have a different look to them. I like these a lot. I have those big old acrylic nails on it this time because I think I filmed this the beginning of June, so I still had those big old acrylic nails on. I couldn't pick up those teeny tiny things, so I'm using that X-Acto blade just to help me position them. Alright guys, after I put those down, I am not going to do anything else to this layout. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.